Hello Internet and welcome to episode 48 of Malt and Magic, the Forgotten Kingdom of Nihilin. We are all nervous, excited, anxious about tonight, as we certainly left it on potentially one of the biggest cliffhangers last week. So before we get into it, let's do my usual thank yous as the players get set up in the background here. So first, a huge shout out to Albert Rodeo and Incarnate. I've had a lot of fun this week playing around with maps and tabletop and all that good stuff. D&D Beyond, as always, for character management, game management, encounter building, all that good stuff. Huge, great resource. If you're not using it, why not? Hero Forge, you'll also see some new stuff from Hero Forge today. Been using the token generator, been using some of the new lighting effects, decals, all that good stuff. And then soon 5e Magic Shop. Those are the Patreon services that I use. As always, for the music that you can hear, the musical ambience, the sound effects, or some of the sound effects, a massive shout out and thank you to Tabletop Audio. But if you want to get to the real sweet, awesome sound effects, then please go check out BattleBards. We are affiliated with them, which means we can bring you a nice little code. As you register, use the code MaltandMagic, and you can get yourself a cheeky discount of some awesome sound effects. Make your game more immersive, and yeah, just wow your players. You can see all the social media links on screen as well. Please go follow us, subscribe, like, all that good stuff to all of our social media accounts, and you'll get the news as it comes in. You'll get all our recent updates. So yeah, social media, podcast as well, fully up to date. Please go check that out if you want to go look at, or listen rather, to any of the old episodes, past episodes, try and catch up on what's gone on, figure out what you've missed. Maybe there was little details here. Please go check that out. If you do, check that out on your podcast platform of choice. If you have the capability to leave a review, whatever, please do that as well. That's just going to help us out massively. And always, Tales of Tilnar. Please go check that out as well. It's our sister podcast. I'm so excited about tonight. I can't even get the intro out right. But yes, please go check out Tales of Tilnar. There is a brand new episode out now, I think, if not coming out. Out now, I am being told, as the news comes in. So it is out. Please go check it out. I haven't yet, but it is on my list for this week, and I'm very excited to see what's happening. So before we get into the game, there is going to be a little bit of a schedule change going forward as well, with things opening up and a little bit more freedom in the UK. It's allowing us to do things a little bit earlier here. So we are now going to start at 7:30 PM UK time going forward. We're going to try and do that for all streams now. As that changes, we'll let you know on Twitter and the other social media feeds. But yeah, so as of next week, 7:30 PM, we will see you there. I think that's it. So there will be a lot of adult language and most certainly adult humour today. You have been warned. Let's roll. Hello. That's the face I'm expecting to see tonight. I don't even know
what game face.
There we go.
Just for the viewers,
whiskey bottle
now
down.
I'm not a tan. I'm not wearing fake tan. I've not got a tan. It's the sun creeping in through the gaps in the window. Because it's literally.
Don't lie, Dan. Don't lie.
I am not a tan.
I'm not a tan. New playable race in D&D.
I'm the palest motherfucker on the planet.
There we go. So, first thing, I think, at the bottom of the screen there, look at our juicy new tokens.
Yeah! Hey, look at them.
I was actually just thinking
so
how fresh-faced and optimistic Kirik looked in the opening title sequence, and now his new character is like, I've got a beard and I'm going to fuck you up, I don't give a shit anymore.
Hey man, he's been getting that fighter training. That's what you get.
It's been a long road.
It's It's been a long road. Yeah,
Get a
you
class
can
in
definitely
fighter,
see that.
grow a
Even-
beard. That's what happens.
And
even
the
Bothridge
title
still
I
looks
think
like
it's actually in
he's
the-
going now.
It's actually in the
clause.
class rules.
the worst thing
So-
about the title sequence is it reminds me of all the cool items I used to have.
Still have a wish?
Indeed. But let's not spend any more time talking about wishes. So, last week, a lot happened. We carried the body of Vraco back to the city of the Throne of Thaliad. Had a bit of an interaction with the king while Dargon and Bothrid skirted round the city. Sort of caught up with the crew of the Winter's Tale, kept the distance. And emotions seem to be tempered somewhat now. Not as hostile as they were before. Ander did a bit of shopping, as is Ander's nature. Got himself a nice new bow, which was delivered as both Ander and Kirik joined the crew of the Winter's Tale, Dargon and Bothrid. And we're just about to make their way and head back towards Ethereal's Tower to escape from the Feywild, or at least get out of the Feywild. However, the king also asked a favour in return for the bow, as well as a little bit of coin, was for you to take the other group of us outsiders, which turned out to be Grellan, the stable master of Greenflower, and the remaining survivors of Greenflower, including a young Callum who had previously gone missing.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of hostility from Callum, which I don't know if you guys have figured out why yet, but we will figure that out later, or we'll work that out later. But upon exiting, made your way back along the river, crossed the river, or about to cross the river, and decided to go exploring through the ruins, having been told by the king that they were in a particular state due to someone called Theo Godden, who you now know as, or now know the true name of the Dark Eladrin. Found a nice stone temple type structure with a huge great crack down the middle, covered in an anti-magic field, which Kirik, with a natural 20 out of nowhere, dispelled. And yeah, entered into the ruins, or temple ruins. And entering the temple ruins, there were charred, broken bodies everywhere. And seemingly drawn towards the center of the temple, found a throne with an impaled skeleton on it. The skeleton having the only thing other than a skeleton was this sort of golden melted effect on the top of the skull. As Ander went to touch the skeleton, it turned to ash. The only thing remaining, the top part of the skull where that gold was. There was a moment where Ander put that on his head, as is Ander. And then there was the sword, with the three of you coming close and deciding who would touch the sword. Kirik reaching forward, taking hold of the sword, unleashing the magical trap. And in doing so, as that wave of fire just blasts out, you then hear this as a familiar figure stands at the entrance of the temple, looks at you, those deep red eyes, that black leather outfit. Well, this is a turn up for the books. And we begin our game tonight. Theo Godin, facing you all, just begins to step, sort of pace. Well, well, well. I should have thought it would be you boys that would finally free this place. Let's say we have a little chat while we're here. Come on now, boys.
I'm trying to bite my tongue.
Faye got your tongue?
Oh, bloody hell are you doing here?
I'm gonna try and be cocky here. Look around at me, fellas, and be like, I must say, fellas, he's not as scary now. I know his name's Theo Godden. It's not as I've got as scary a ring to it as we once had. Look at his face. See what
As
he
you
does.
say the name, it's sort of a... Oh well. I suppose you cannot enter this place and not learn a few things.
What do you need this sword for? It's far too big for you.
You said I'm here for the sword.
What are you here for then?
Wait.
For us? You could have got
Come
us
to
any
reclaim-
time.
Come to reclaim
Well.
your home, have you?
Partially. And now you're here. There's a small matter of a prophecy. So I give you a choice. Hand it over, and maybe I'll let you leave.
It's not something I think we can literally hand over.
Nope.
Literally don't have something to give to you.
No, but
Do
you
I believe he's going to
know
let us leave if we give it?
Make me an insight check.
$21. 22, actually.
Difficult for you to tell.
Now, Theo, what makes you think we know any more than you do? Surely you've known we've been wandering aimlessly around this land. Does it look like we have a plan?
You. While you may be an idiot, not everyone here is. I know you have the first two parts. I really should have
Care
dispatched
to name
you
your
when I
source?
had the chance.
What's it good to
My
you?
sauce.
What can you do with it?
It's not for me. It is for
Oh,
my lord.
who's it for? Who's this lord you're talking about?
You do not have any station to know his name.
It does quite make me amused to think of you as a puppet on a string, though.
Ha!
Yes, well, this puppet has a lot more power than you could probably ever hope for.
Well, if you were so
Puppet
powerful,
on a string, maybe.
why couldn't you get in here before? What do you need here?
That's for another conversation. Now, what's it to be? The prophecy? Or must I drag it from your very minds?
I choose door number 3.
Oh well. Let's
Can I
not,
cast a very quick Eyes of the Grave whilst he's talking?
Yep.
Just a quick one.
Just a quick one, as your eyes do bleed to that black colour, and as you look towards him, and in fact, let's just make sure we know where he is. There we go. Not that anybody else can see the map at the minute, but just for you guys who are viewing it before we get into the inevitable combat.
What do you mean inevitable? I think we're going to talk our way out of this. I think we're going to do a really
Yeah,
good
I
job.
think we're having quite a good
Yeah, our
parlay,
face is doing a
to be
really good job in not
Yeah,
antagonising
yeah.
the
So,
villain.
as your eyes bleed black, there is something of the undead about him. Not fully.
honest. Oh
something.
my god.
Okay. If he
Really
walks,
difficult for you to understand.
If he walks forward at all, I'm going to match it. So if he walks 5 foot, I'll walk 5 foot forwards towards him, just in case he moves. All right.
Okay. He doesn't move forward. But he does, with sort of the comments you say about door number 3 and stuff like that, he says, well, I'm not one to hang around. Let's get this over with, shall we? And he claps his hands together. Lord, it is time. And there is a roar of flame next to him.
Oh,
And as that
shit.
flame subsides, standing next to
thinking
him
this.
in this black plate armor with this large sword, black sword, eyes like fire themselves, is this armored knight. And Theo Godden just looks, well, have at them. Let's roll some initiative, please.
Oh Jesus.
Oh boy!
We did not plan for this fucker, did we?
No, we did not.
Oh,
Natural 20.
Oh,
Nice. There it is.
Guess who rolled initiative?
you what?
It's
There you go.
21.
Guess it. So I've got 7 altogether, but I rolled a big fat 1.
Okay, so Andy got a 7. Kirik, you got a 22, 21?
21. Yeah.
21. Dargon?
16. And Bothrid.
16. Bothrid's not here.
Bothrid's not here.
Oh, cock.
Yeah. We don't have our tank. That's great.
No.
Press that. And I swear I pressed that. Nothing happened. That's a good start. There we go.
Grelin would have been handy as well, I think.
Yeah.
Theogodin at this point just sort of retreats off to the side to watch and just leans against the side of the wall as this creature, just before combat starts, steps up, brings the sword down. The sword itself roars with this sort of flame. And we begin. Kirik, you are up first.
Great.
I'm not sure what to fucking do now.
Okay. Hang on. Just need to double check something. Okay. I am going to turn around and move 5, 10, 15, 25, 30 feet back.
Okay.
Need the big map for this one. There we go.
Aye.
Yeah, we do. It's a 4K map.
4K map, and he's moved a long way away.
Sorry, I'll move there. And as I'm moving and as I reach that position, I will grab my reliquary, open it up, and there's going to be a beam of light just shining down on here. Actually, here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to summon an Defender Celestial.
Oh, okay. Where are we?
Yes.
Celestial.
We're off to a good start.
Giggity.
Yeah, I've got to find the token now. That one. It's the one with the shield, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, it's large.
It is indeed. As this
Cheers.
superhero landing stands up with shield and mace in hand.
Okay, yeah, so I still have a bonus action, which I can't do anything with. Oh, actually I can. I'm going to use my second wind to regain some points, because that was a big damage.
Oh shit,
that
my
was
hit
dealt to
points.
me.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
5 points of health to me.
That could have been better.
Sure could. And as my, well, that's gonna be it. And for my turn, but then my Celestial's going to take its turn afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to attack twice.
Who are you
I'm going to
attacking?
attack once on the armor. See what happens on the dude in armor, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? It's a +9 to hit. Ooh, 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Sound like it would.
the mace just
okay.
against the
Then it's
armor
going to
blade.
turn. It's going to turn around and attack Theo Gordon for a 27 to hit.
Oh,
That will hit.
Piss. For 9 points of radiant damage.
Okay. You notice as that strike connects and the radiant damage sort of washes over the Godin, it's almost like there's something. It doesn't quite take the full damage.
Okay, okay. It's good to know.
Okay.
And
Anything
then-
else on your turn?
Yeah, my defender is going to move 40 feet up in the air.
As you do.
Fly up.
Flies up into the air.
Sorry,
Put
it flies
no,
20 feet
not-
up.
Not size. Just going to put it on its side so we know it's up.
Sure.
Because you
Cool,
can't do
and that's
3D
my
on
turn.
this yet. Okay. With that, it is this blazing black armoured knight's go. Just points out its sword towards Ander. And this bolt of hellish fire just burns towards you. I need you. In fact, no, that is a ranged weapon attack.
oh, good.
That is a natural 20.
Oh!
I'll take a picture.
You know what's coming?
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I think you are.
Sentinel.
If you don't say something. Oh, fuck for that.
Denied.
30 feet away. I mean, exactly
Just
30 feet
30
away.
feet.
I was getting panicking.
Let me double check if it is if I need to be 30 feet away from the creature. I don't think I do.
I think
need
it's
to be 30
against
away
who
from-
it's
30
who
feet
it's.
away from the creature.
No, I think it's who it's attacking.
who is
I thought it was
attacked.
the
I
target.
think.
Yes. Yeah.
Double check that.
We're okay, guys. We're okay.
double checking. When you or creature you can see within 30 feet of you suffers a critical hit.
Nice.
So yeah,
Okay, so that is
we're good. We're good. We're good.
32 to hit then. Sorry, 30
Yeah.
to hit. Ignore me, that's a 30 to hit. So you're going to take an
Oh, that makes all
initial...
the difference then. It's a miss.
You're going to take an initial 10 points of fire damage.
An initial. Brilliant. Okay.
And then you are going to take 17 points of necrotic damage.
Yahoo!
Go.
I need you to make me a constitution saving throw, please.
God, it has everything in this one.
Sake. 18. I'm happy
Is
with
the
that.
magic number.
That's a high DC.
So you feel that necrotic energy as it sort of burns into you and sort of seeps over your skin. You can feel it starting to try and leech away some of your life, but you just hold on and steadfast, whatever that effect is. You are not affected by it. That will be its go. Dargon.
Okay. If my math is correct, I should just be able to get to him. So that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As I run up, I'm going to shout to the guys, "I'll keep him here!" And I will rush up forwards and take 2 swings at this metal thing. The first one with booming blade.
Okay.
16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Second attack,
Timuel's Wrath just twang off the armour.
24.
24 will hit this time. You sort of swing it around and...
So that will be one-handed because I'm holding my shield. So that is 15 points of slashing damage.
15 points of slashing damage. Excellent. Thank you very much.
Assuming I don't do any more damage to this thing, that is probably my go. Because I've already
So
used
as
my
you
bonus
slice
action.
across with Timiel's Wrath this time, there is just this rent across its midriff, and that rent just burns with fire.
Nice.
It is then the Dark Eladrin's turn. So he is going to click his fingers, and this purple shimmer just over him. And then he's not hugely happy around being here, so he is going to use his cunning action to disengage from the defender.
The defender's 20 feet up in the air.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Technically doesn't need to.
There could have been some attacks of opportunity there, but I totally forgot about it. Anyway, so it doesn't need to disengage, but is instead going to... What are we? 15, 20, 25, 30. Going to run round to there. Okay, that's his go. Is it? Nope, that'll be it. So, it is then Panda's go.
Hey! So, straight away I'm going to pull out my new Phaliad hunting bow, notch an arrow, and I'm going to fire it straight at the Eladrin's head.
Okay.
With a 19 to hit.
Just hits.
Oh!
Pull back, fire the arrow, and the arrow spins, and you watch as it arcs towards him, and he sort of turns with this sly grin on his face, and then there's a purple, almost a crack in this purple shimmer that surrounds him as the arrow just straight through, and he looks down, a little shocked if he's honest. Damage.
Should I have said beforehand that I'm using steady aim as my bonus action?
You should have, but I will let you.
Thank you. So, damage-wise, that is 11 piercing damage
11.
with
11.
With
So even
then-
that doesn't seem to do as much damage, so... okay.
with sneak attack damage of 17. And
Okay.
then this bow allows me to add an extra 1d4 whenever I do a sneak attack. I thank you.
It does indeed.
So, with another 4 on top of that.
4 points of damage, nice. And you can hear the... He looks at you and there's... Not that you can tell, because the eyes are just burning with that red glow, but the look on his face, it is just pure venom.
It didn't do a lot of damage.
The piercing part of that didn't do a lot of damage, or didn't seem to do as much damage
Yeah.
as you would have expected. The rest of it was fine.
Just to clarify, is it not... I don't know whether it's this, but if it's a magical bow, is the piercing from the arrow magical?
Doesn't make a difference.
If there was something that was immune to
They're not
non-magical
immune.
weapons. Not immune, sorry. Well, yeah, immune, I suppose. Or resistant to.
But if the arrow is fired from a magical bow, whether it's a magical arrow or not, it is still classed as a magical weapon.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I was just curious.
Cool.
Okay, make your go.
That's me. Yeah, I've used my bonus action already, so I can't move.
Okay, back around to the top. Kirik.
Cool. I am going to move around the kind of throne that is here. Move my 30 feet. I will use my bonus action to summon my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Right next to the
Where are you
Eladrin.
placing it? That side?
The other side.
The other side?
Yep. And I'll attack him with a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
Uh, 7 points of force damage.
7 points of force damage, and this, again, just sort of the raven-like dagger just twists, and you can see that purple shimmer again as it just punches through, strikes him in the shoulder, and again there's a...
And I will use my action to grab onto my holy symbol, turn to Ander, and say, like we've done before, and I'll open my hand towards him. I'll use Path to the Grave.
I've got to roll a 20 now. Come on.
Nice green circle there. So that's Path to the Grave on Theo Godden, yep.
Yep. And then I shall bring... My defender's going to come down 20 feet and attack the armored dude twice. That's a 23 to hit.
Will hit.
Cool. With... so plus... 13 points of radiant damage.
13 points of radiant damage, and again, that just doesn't seem to quite do what you're expecting. No, ignore me. Ignore me on that one, that takes full damage.
Cool. And Dargon, you're going to gain 5 points of 5 temporary hit points as the blast of energy just shimmers towards you. And second attack on the defender. 19 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay. And that's better. 11, 14 points of radiant.
14 points of radiant.
Dargon,
These two strikes.
Another 5?
Carry on.
your temporary hit points change to 6 now.
6.
6.
Yep.
So there's 2 more sort of blows on the armor, and again there's that glow of burning hellish fire just where the armor has been rent in places. It is then its go, and some of those rents begin to close up. It is then going to look down at you, Dargon, and is going to make... Matt, read the character sheets. Could have made 2 attacks previously. It's going to make 2 attacks on you. So the first one is a 16 to hit. That was not a good roll.
Swipe off my shield.
Second one, however, is a 31 to hit.
Just.
So you're going to take 15 points of slashing damage. And an additional 15 points of necrotic damage. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
17.
You now have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks based on strength or dexterity until the end of your next turn.
Spiffing.
Fuck.
Okay. It is now your turn.
Okay. Yeah. Danny, what did you say you're on?
35 hit points.
Thank you.
I mean, I'll keep the 62.
Oh yeah, I haven't been keeping up on that. Right, so my go. After that, and feeling the weakness that has come about me, I will read something quickly.
Just pulls out a book. Shit.
I will cast Shatter. And I will do it. Where can I do it? Where can I do this, guys? Area 10 feet. Is it around me? No, it's range 60 feet, so I can do it anywhere within 60 feet. It's got a radius of 10.
You literally you point at a place. If you read the spell, you point at a place.
Okay.
And this noise just...
Okay, so can I do it that it hits this knight and not me or the defender? So
it's a how big radius?
10-foot radius or 10-foot area. So 10-foot radius sphere. There we go.
So 5, 10. If you cast it around there, would get you that bit, which would only hit it.
Only hit it. Brilliant. I'll do that.
Okay. So you cast that.
So that is a creature made of inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw, but other than that, it just needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is a 22.
Yeah, never mind. However, it will
Fucking hell.
take half as much damage, so it will take 11 points of thunder damage halved.
6 points of thunder
6
damage.
points of thunder damage.
And the whole temple shakes, actually, as this sound goes off. And some stones begin to crumble from the side and sort of skitter down towards... and you can see sort of Theogodin looking up. A bit puzzled. It is now
I will use my
the rest
bonus action to use Second Wind.
Okay.
Which will be... just so we know, that was a terrible roll. 11 points back to me. Cool. And that's my go.
Okay, that is your go. So, just while I sort my life out quickly. Okay, it is now Theo Godden's go. He is going to use a bonus action to use steady aim.
Don't
He's
fuck
going to
about
pull
using
out-
our moves.
He's going to pull out a dagger, which is, as he pulls it out, is traced with these lines of hellfire, and it sort of glows. And he's just going to spin it in his hand and beam it towards you, Ander. 10, 15, 5, 15, 20. Yeah, that's going to be at disadvantage technically, but because he's used steady aim, it's going to be a straight roll. Nah, fuck it. I'm not going to mess around. He's going to move 5, 10, 15 to there. He's going to get advantage on the roll.
So you can't use steady aim because you've moved.
You're right. So ignore me.
The student has become the master, Eladrin.
Have indeed. And what the fuck did I just do? I managed to close a tab, which is really useful. Character sheet.
You rolled a
So
2,
excited.
I can tell you.
I'm not.
Did you
I'm
see
not.
that, did you?
Yeah. No, I'm taking the piss.
I was going to say, you shouldn't be able to see
Making
that.
this a 2.
Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Where's he gone?
I was going to say this fight isn't
Too many
going so
characters.
well as I thought it was for me, guys. At the moment, doing pretty shit. Shatter was bullshit
like-
as usual.
That's like plants and all
Roll
that.
it again. So that's a 22 to hit.
Yeah. Yep.
You are going to take 6 points of piercing damage. The dagger just
not
flies
too
into
bad.
you. Yeah, that'll be his going. Just stand there for now. Ignore me. That should have had advantage. I knew I should have had advantage on that. So I'm just going to roll it again just to see what happens. It's exactly the same. Doesn't matter. Cool. Lots on the character sheets. Anyway, now it's over to you, Ander.
My bow didn't do that well, did it? I'll look at the sword that is, I suppose, in me, with the little dagger that's in me, and I'll say, two can play that game, Theo, and I will take out my... Oh, hang on. If I've got my bow out, will I be allowed to get my dancing rapier out? Because technically...
I believe it's a bonus action anyway to cause it to dance.
That's what I was going to say. If I switch the weapon, I can't use my bonus action to get it to dance because I've used my bonus action to switch weapons. So in that case, I can't. I won't. I will.
I mean, you can switch as your action and then use your bonus action to get it to dance.
Yeah. So my bonus action is to get it to attack, isn't it? Can I get it to attack on the first attempt? Yeah, all right then. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I'll switch to the dancing rapier. Speak the command word, which I didn't Google from last time, did I? The Elvish word for fly. I forgot to do that.
So you speak
Pretend I've said it
some
and it sounded
Elvish,
really cool. Yeah.
and the rapier just...
And then the sword will fly above him and I will attack him. Hopefully, because it's magical, it'll do some more damage. With a 20 to hit. Which will hit, won't it? And that is... Oh, shit. 8 piercing.
8 piercing
Doubled
damage.
because of
Doesn't
Path to the
quite do
Grave.
what you expect.
Oi!
Does 8 piercing damage.
So 16 because Path to the Grave. That was a bit of a letdown, wasn't it?
But doesn't quite do that much because of whatever is protecting.
Ah, fuck. Okay, and then as my movement, I think I will...
Matt, it says the Path to the Grave gives vulnerability to all the attack damage.
Oh,
Up
there's
to
a
you.
question now. Resistance
But
versus
that's-
vulnerability. I will
That's what it
It's
says
just
on
8
the
damage.
sheet.
call it
So-
flat. They cancel each other out. Because
Yeah.
vulnerability would have
Yeah.
Cool.
doubled it. Resistance
Makes sense.
halves it. So that will be 16 points of damage. So I'll do another 8. There we go.
No, it was 8. It would have
No,
been 16
be 8
doubled. So if, you're
total.
not so if you're not doubling it, it'd still be 8.
Because it would have been 8 halved, but then because of vulnerability, it's just the same, so it's 8. Instead of taking 4, it takes 8. If we're going by that.
Yep.
Which I think I've worked out anyway. So yeah, there we go. Cool.
Yeah.
I've moved as well. Quite far away now.
And I again have not read this sheet properly, missing certain things, but because I didn't do it, I'm not going to do it because it's unfair.
I agree.
Okay, so the dancing rapier is up. And there anything else on your go? Apart from the fact you've run back all the way over there.
Any words of wisdom?
I will.
Can't use bonus action.
Never mind then. Do I have words of wisdom? No, I don't think I do. Don't know if I've got a plan.
Cool.
So we're going
And
to
as you
Tito.
begin to run off, there is just a very low chuckle from Theo Godden. Yes, run. Kirik.
Seeing the state that Anders in, I'm going to move right next to him. I will tap him on the shoulder and cast a 4th level Cure Wounds.
Save me using a potion.
Well, I didn't know you had one, otherwise I wouldn't have done it.
I bought 6 from the shop from that old bird, from that old lady. Didn't I?
That's true. 8, 16, 20, 25, 30 points of healing.
Ooh,
It's a pretty good roll.
that's pretty good. 59 hit points, I'll take that at the minute.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to move my spiritual weapon and attack Theo with a 27 to hit.
That's going to hit.
10 points of force damage.
Full 10 points of force damage. Cool. Once again, the spiritual weapon just punches
I like
through
that
whatever
effect.
this purple armor thing is and just straight in. Okay. Anything else on your turn, sir?
No, it will be the defender's turn. That's going to be...
Defender's turn.
Let's do one attack on the armor. 13 to hit, which I believe doesn't hit.
Nope. Just.
He's going to move up. Fly over to Theo.
Okay. Attack
And
of
attack him.
opportunity.
Sure thing.
That's going to be 16 to hit.
Misses.
Ooh.
As the knight-like creature just swings with the sword, the wings just beam back. The Theo Godden is now engaged with the defender once more as it swoops up and brings the mace down.
27 to hit.
27
Oh!
will definitely hit.
$16 points of radiant damage.
16 points of radiant damage. Does not quite do the full damage, of course. And there's going to be a reaction for that one. As your defender is then surrounded by these hellish flames that just roar up around it. I need it to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
That's probably a fail. Let me just double check. It was a 7 on the dice, so it's probably a fail. Dexterity saving throw, that is a 9.
Yeah, that's not going to do it. it's going to take 39 points of fire damage.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. Anything else on its turn?
No, that's gonna be it.
Okay. The knight is then going to make 2 melee attacks against Melbourne. First one is a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Second one was a natural 1.
Oh!
So you are going to take 15 points of slashing damage from the first hit as this great black sword just slices across you. And then you are additionally going to take 20 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh, that's
and I
hurting.
need you to make me a constitution saving throw, please.
These con saves, mate. They're the ones that kill you.
Yeah. Come on, I've got to roll higher than that. No. 13.
What'd you get? 13. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks based on strength and dex until the end of the next turn.
Yeah.
It is your go.
I will, feeling that hit me again, will move right, what I'm trying to do is if I move to this square here, that one, then I want to use the 10-foot radius of the wall of ice again. Is that going to smash the Theogodon and the knight out of it? As in, is that going to hit them? I believe it will.
From that square, yeah?
That's the one, yeah.
So wall of ice, 10 foot from that square, 5, 10, yes, but it will also catch the defender inside.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so first I'll move...
Okay.
Whoops, I shall get the right icon out and I shall move there.
And then invoking the Ring of Ice.
I mean, I'm glutton for punishment here, but I get an attack of opportunity against myself, I don't believe.
No, you don't, because it's already used as a reaction.
Oh,
Used it against the defender.
Lovely.
The defender moved away.
Happy with that. Yes, I will invoke that Ring of Ice.
Ring of Ice bursts out and then is going to push the knight back. Theogodon is just on the edge, so he will get nudged back like a little bit, but probably both of those will take damage.
Yeah, as long as they both have to still make the dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so dexterity saving throw for Theo. This is technically a spell attack. Theo, anyway, so that is a 21.
Yeah.
And is going to use Uncanny Dodge.
Okay. It's not an attack, though, is it? And
Haven't
you can't
already
use your
used
reaction.
No, indeed, well done. Yep, reaction's gone, ignore me. It says one reaction right underneath, I'm not reading it right, that's fine. So, he's going to take whatever damage, half damage, or does he just...
Yes, so it's 30 points of cold damage. 3-0.
In full?
That's full.
Okay. And what was the save?
That's pretty good, man.
A dex 16.
So he definitely made that save.
Yeah.
So that will be 15 points of cold damage then, if it's half on a save, is it?
Yeah.
Or is it no points on the save?
It is half.
Okay. And then it is still a magical effect, so the knight gets advantage. So that's an 18 plus 7, that is a 25. So that's going to take 15 points of cold damage as well. Which is going to do even less damage.
Shit.
And I also forgot to say on the knight's turn again, at the beginning, some of those rents just close up. Anything else on your turn, sir?
Yes. Is it a free action to then cancel it because it's a concentration spell?
You can just kill it, yeah.
Yeah.
Just dispels it, so wall of ice.
So, yes, I cancel it. I will then action surge.
Now we're talking.
Okay.
And I will run up to... I can't get... well, I now have to do 5, 10, 15, I assume, to not really... to go round the defender. Yeah.
Yes.
And I will take 2 swipes at Theogodin. Do I have my bonus action?
It's an action surge, isn't it?
It's an action surge, but I haven't used my bonus action yet on my turn.
Oh, well, you still got that anyway.
Okay, cool. So I will do my what I would call my normal now. So I will use my usual. So booming blade. So this is at disadvantage. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the thing. Oh shit.
So that is a... Shit, what is that? 21 to hit.
Oh yes.
Will hit.
Okay. So... that is... 12 points of slashing damage. Is it slashing damage? Yeah, it's slashing damage, isn't it?
Yep. 4 points of slashing damage.
And 6 points of thunder damage.
6 points of thunder damage.
And then I will attack again using my bonus action. So disadvantage. Ah, bollocks. 15 to hit.
Does not hit. This time, as the blade comes forward, it catches against that purplish effect, this shimmer around him, and you can just see sparks flying off it.
Now, I assume that I'm not doing any more fiendish damage to him.
No.
That's fine. Just checking that I was doing the right damage.
However,
You gotta check. Oh.
how many times have you hit in the night?
Oh shit, how many times have I hit him? Once?
3.
Or 3 times? Has it been... No, once.
You've hit him once. I think
So
he's
I
hit
will
you
allow
3
this.
times.
Just because you didn't check.
I
But
did
now
before.
you've mentioned it. You didn't.
Oh, I thought I did. Not bad.
The additional damage
Of against the knight.
Oh, okay.
against the knight. Roll it once.
Okay. Oh, didn't I ask if it didn't do any more additional damage? Anyway.
Yeah, okay, so you needed to be a bit more clear on that question as to what it was.
Mr. Brewmaster.
12 points of radiant damage.
12 points of radiant damage. Boom.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's changed me plans.
So in those events, if you say, does it do any extra damage, I am not necessarily going to know what the fuck you are asking.
Yeah,
So be
no. I
specific.
understand that now. So yeah, I will ask every time we go up against something if it is a feed. Is this goblin a
okay,
fiend?
So then, Theo Godden is not a happy bunny. He's not a happy
I don't
bunny.
think he would be.
Going to use his bonus action to. Bear with me. He's going to use his bonus action to just. There's this mist that just around him, and it's this purplish sort of mist, and he disappears from in front of you,
Bastard.
and then bumps up next to Kirik.
Of course.
Is then going to. That's a bonus action. What have we got?
I'll be right back, guys.
No
Sure
worries.
thing.
We got this.
Is going to, in a 30-foot cone, which will catch both of you anyway, out from himself.
Oh.
Is going to project this image. Kirik. Well, what is Kirik's worst fear?
Probably just him becoming undead.
Okay. As Kirik now looks down at himself, the skin is starting to shift a bit, and you can start to see what look like spider legs appearing out of everywhere. I need you both to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Can I use a lucky point? Or just
Yeah, that's what it's there for.
24.
24. That effect, as you see your skin, it looks like it's peeling back and you can see bone, and then you shake your head and nothing. You're fine.
9.
You are now frightened
Of course.
Theo Godin. The only thing you can do is take the dash action to move away from him by the safest route possible, as far as you can, unless there's nowhere to move. So yeah, that's
Literally
that.
the only thing I can do.
Literally, you must use your action. So you can use bonus actions, but he's just cast fear on you. You also drop whatever you are holding. So you drop your bow.
Well, technically I put the bow on my back and there was a dancing
Did you
rapier
put
above
you
his
strung
head,
it
so
back?
it's-
That's cool.
So
So the
bow-
dancing rapier is
knife-
still back where it was. So the bow's still over
That
your
would
back,
fall
but
to the
you
floor if
literally
anything,
just
wouldn't
turn tail. You turn tail and you run.
And that's my turn.
And that is going to be his go, I believe. Bonus action, action, done. Okay. So, Anders disappeared off the map. So that's Anders' go.
That's my
I'm
turn,
assuming
isn't it?
you're not going to do anything else.
Am I allowed to do anything else?
Bonus actions is pretty much it. You are frightened of him.
So if I've got a bonus action left, I can technically attack him with my sword. Is he within 30 feet?
Well, you've got to move the sword first. But yes.
So or the sword you are about the same bonus action you can call the sword to attack. Yeah. So I will move. The only thing I can do as a bonus action, I will move the sword to him and attack him with it. Then.
Okay.
With a 15 to hit, which won't hit anyway.
No, sorry.
You really
Ignore me.
shit on
Ignore me. Ignore me. Because the dash action itself. No. Ignore me. You're fine. You can do your bonus action. I'm overthinking shit now.
I missed anyway, so it's redundant.
What did you roll?
With 15. 15.
15. Yeah, okay, that misses. Just punches in
You really
against
pissed all
that.
over my chips. I had a really good
shimmering
plan as
armor.
well.
There we go. And so that is your go. Back to the top, Kirik. Theogodin squaring up to you.
I will move my, facing the Theogodin, I'm going to move my spiritual weapon mentally towards the armored individual.
So
and
as you
attack.
turn, sort of, it just in front.
It was a it was a misty step away, wasn't it? From me, wasn't it?
Nope, it's a face step.
A face step. But anyway, one that does not invoke opportunity attacks. So yeah, cool.
23 to hit.
23 will hit.
6 points of force damage.
6 points of force damage.
And
Anything
still looking at my hand and at how it was almost undead, I'll look at Theogodin and I'll say, need better than that to scare the Raven Queen, and I'll click my fingers and cast Toll the Dead on him.
Yeah, have some of that, you cunt.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, he's going to have really good wisdom.
16.
That's not massive. That's a fail, isn't it?
That's a fail.
Yes! Ring the bell, Dave!
That's cocked. Nice. 24 points of necrotic damage.
Now we're talking.
Necrotic damage, and as that sort of, as you reach out, you click your fingers, and that sort of wave of energy reaches him. You can see the flesh. It's almost like it buzzes, but again, doesn't quite do as much damage as you thought. That was how much damage? Sorry, 23.
24.
24. Okay. It's not quite what you'd have liked, but still enough to do something.
Options. The defender is going to reach out to Dargon. Kind of its huge hand is going to pat him on the top of the head, and he's going to use healing touch.
It's this huge, great hand just.
Fucking hell! I thought I was fucking massive.
You're going to gain 16 points of health back.
Nice.
And the defender is then going to fly, so kind of 30. It's basically going to fly there, just above the throne. Well,
Okay.
there. And that's it.
Okay. At this point, the knight-like creature is again just going to lift the sword and he's going to point it towards Ander, and this bolt of hellish fire is just going to go towards you.
Starting to take this personal.
That is 23 to hit.
Can you see him from behind the throne?
Yes. It's not. It doesn't require line of sight anyway. So
Okay, that's fine.
bust him over the
that's
top. I checked the range on it first and went, yeah, okay. We can make that. So you're going to take. It was a bit of a mortar strike. You're going to take 17 points of fire damage.
Hang on a minute, I've not been fucking uncanny dodging any of this. Go on.
No, you're not.
Can I uncanny dodge that?
And you can uncanny dodge that. So that will be
No, 9.
9 points of fire damage, and then you are going to take 16 points of necrotic, halved to 8 points of necrotic. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Please succeed.
I'll use another lucky point because I'm scared. I'm glad I did! Natural 20, motherfucker!
Nice. So again, that leeching effect that you start to feel does nothing. The knight is then going to turn its sword and point towards you, Kirik, as again, just this second bolt flies out. That's not as good. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
Misses.
Misses 20 misses this time. The bolt just, and you just sort of sidestep as this bolt just scatters against the floor, and where it hits the floor you can see both fire and the floor itself just seem almost like your Toll the Dead capability, just the floor begin to ash away slightly where it was. That is going to be it. Dargon.
Presumably I'm feeling a tad stronger on this round.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Enough of this shit. And I will run back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Assuming I had to get round the spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
I don't think I need any more movement, so I'm good there. I hope you've got it back there, guys. 2 attacks just as normal. Thank you very much. So...
Oh, thank you very much.
Just fight the BBG without me, it's fine. I'm only the damage dealer.
Trying to get rid of this fucker here. Right, sorry, I will roll
That's
it.
true.
So that is a 30 to hit.
Jesus.
Why can't I find any dice today?
Timiel's Wrath is not happy, and the blade itself just glows a bit brighter with radiant light as...
So, the first one will be 10 points of slashing damage. 5 points
of slashing damage.
5 points of thunder. And
5 points of thunder.
2d10
1.
Radiant.
Beauty.
radiant damage. Really bad.
2
3 points.
points
mate.
of radiant damage.
I will
As the
roll
first one
again.
comes in, and as it hits, there is the sound of what sounds like bells, but then that of thunder as it cuts through. And there's just, every time you hit, there's just sort of this strike of fire that forms on the armor.
I will hit again for
Wait, you
31 to hit.
You will hit again.
Just roll that on the damage, Dave, and we'll be okay.
Yeah, just roll that better. It was a natural 19. It was like so close to a 20 that was. Anyway, so that is 13 points of slashing damage. And
Slashing damage?
a pretty good. What is that? That's 13 points of radiant damage against this thing.
13
Fiend.
points of radiant damage. As you open 2 huge fiery rents in the armor. And in your head, not out loud, just in your head, you just hear this.
Okay. Is it looking... that's like the end of my turn. I'm just curious. Is it looking hurt-ish?
There's a lot of fiery rents in its armour, but it's not looking bloodied.
Oh, good.
Don't worry, guys. I'll sort this out. Yeah, that's my go.
He says convincingly.
Theo Godden's turn is maintaining concentration.
Ooh, does he need to do a concentration check in that case?
No. Yes. Gets advantage on these.
Of course he does.
Remember rightly? Does get advantage on these. Damn. So, that is a 24. I'm pretty sure that succeeds.
Yep.
12.
PC.
Cool.
Is that for
He's
holding the
not-
knight in bay or fear?
No. That's for his concentration check on the fear.
Fear.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
instilling in Ander currently as these spiders are crawling out the walls towards Ander. Oh, there's me token hit the mic.
Yay, there it is.
I'll drop my
There it
pen
is.
to make you feel better.
I'll have some peanuts. How about that?
Okay, so let me just read this.
I'm not like
Oh, this is not how I thought it was going to go tonight.
No.
That's what makes it fun.
Yes.
Okay, just going to use steady aim to give himself advantage on the attack. He's going to withdraw. As he do so, he's got this other dagger, and this one glows a bluish colour, and he's going to attempt to stab forward at you with that. Kirik.
Sounds good.
They were really shit rolls. That is a 21 to hit.
Just hits.
Just hits. Fuck my life. And in fact, I clicked the wrong thing. No, I didn't. I did click the right thing. Ignore me. So that is going to be 9 points of piercing damage. Plus an additional 10 points of necrotic damage. It's then going to... if I remember this rightly, 34 points of additional
Oh my
slashing
God.
damage as he uses
Additional
Assassinate.
what? Sorry.
As he uses Assassinate, of course.
Slashing damage. Assassinate.
I thought you could only do that on someone who was unaware. Blimey.
No. This attack can be used once per turn as long as you have advantage on the attack roll. Steady aim, motherfuckers.
Fucking hell.
Cool.
And then, as the reaction this turn, the dagger itself, these 5 glowing objects just burst out of the dagger. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is this as part of the same attack?
It's all part of the same attack, yeah.
Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
20.
You are
23.
very fucking lucky, my friend. Cool. So these 5 glowing objects just burst out of the knife, and he stabs in and twists, does that extra damage, looks you deep in the eye. Disappointing. And draws the blade back out.
Great. I need to do a concentration check, which
Do indeed.
I fail. The fender is gone.
Sorry, just to
And it is gone indeed.
clarify, is it you have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that you have not taken turn in the combat yet?
you're looking at the...
We might be looking at the class features. It might be just a monster thing.
Ah, yes, it could be.
Yeah. So I will read this for you. This attack can be used once per turn as long as you have advantage on the attack roll.
Wow.
I gave advantage on the attack roll.
Yeah.
By steady aim.
I thought assassinate was...
It's a different form of assassinate.
There we
So
go then.
assassinate... Yeah.
Ouch. I did not know there was assassinate during fights. That is horrifying.
Yes. If I remember rightly. I'm reading it straight off the character sheet.
Yeah, that's fine.
It is the... okay. We will talk about why that works.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm very interested.
Malt, magic and more. So the defender is gone. Shining golden light, just almost like the beam down of Thanos in Endgame. It's just straight up. Defender's gone. Theo Godden says disappointing, and we are over to Ander. You currently must continue to make your dash action to run away.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I can't make a save.
Nope. It's fear.
So I still can't do anything. Ugh. I can't move much further
So, while
away.
frightened by this spell, a creature must take the dash action and move away from you by the safest available route on each of its turns, unless there is nowhere to move. If the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight of you, then you can make the wisdom saving throw.
Oh, shit.
So there's a freebie for you. I should
10,
point out
15,
these huge
20.
great pillars. These fucking huge great things will... There you go. Now you can make a wisdom saving throw, please.
I'll use my last lucky point and hope for the fucking best.
Jesus.
Oh, 17. 17.
Does not work.
Oh, Jesus.
I just want to have a go. So I will.
I think he's got something for you, for you there, and I think he's going up against you.
If I can't see you, can I attack you with me dancing sword? I can't, can I?
Well, the last thing you know is that the sword was next to. So I will let you, because the sword is there.
I will swing at him again in frantic desperation. It doesn't matter, I rolled a 10 to hit, so that's redundant.
Does not hit, just catches on that purple shining,
That's my third
shimmering
one.
armor effect.
With 3 of 4.
Okay, so
Fucking
that's
hell, I've been
Anders
a waste of
go.
time.
Kirik, over to you on 3 hit points.
Yeah. It's great. As he impacts me, I'm going to just once again kind of call out to the Raven Queen, click my finger, kind of my arm dangling down, and cast Toll the Dead on him again.
Dead. Wisdom save, yeah.
Indeed.
That is a natural 18 on the dice, 24.
Saves. In that case, I'm going to call out Dargon, we need you here. And I'm going to cast. I'm going to kind of throw my cape around me. It's almost like a kind of raven feather goes across me. I'm going to cast Sanctuary as a bonus action.
Okay,
That's
so
fantastic.
on yourself.
Yep. And I'm going to move
did
away.
you not take half damage from the save?
No,
No,
it's
it's all the
cantrip,
dead
so.
Yeah,
Yields.
ignore me. Okay, so with Kirik's go, the defender gone, the knight is going
hang
to
on, I
take
need to
its
move,
turn. Now face. You do need to move.
I cast Sanctuary and I'm moving away. 5, 10.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I don't need to cast Sanctuary because he's already used his reaction.
He has already used his reaction.
I will use my bonus
However,
action to
Sanctuary
attack
would
the...
give you additional protection.
That's true. Yeah, I'll keep the Sanctuary, actually. And I'm just going to move away slightly. 5, 10, 15. I don't want to get away from Dargon. That's the problem. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hopefully I'm away from the thing can't see me, essentially. That's my turn.
Yeah. The knight cannot see you. However, the knight is currently faced with Dargon, so he's just going to try and hit Dargon. So the first one's going to be a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Second's going to be a 16.
First one!
First one will hit. So that is going to be 14 points of slashing damage. 14 points of necrotic damage. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Come on, a little better than a bloody rolling before. Come on. That's better. 26.
26. You feel like you are sluggish for a second, but then this is the glow, that radiant glow of Timiel's Wrath just shines through you, shines down your arm, and you can feel that strength and your speed return to you once more. That is the knight's go. Dargon, over to you.
2 attacks. First one, Boomy Blade at this bloody knight. Oh, bloody hell. For 14 for the first hit.
14 misses. It just catches on the armour.
29 to hit the second.
Second one definitely hits.
11 points of slashing damage.
11 points of slashing.
And 11 points of radiant damage.
11 points of radiant. Nice. Another couple of rents open up. Just after some of them have closed, of course. Anything else on your turn?
He's still kicking, isn't he? Bloody hell.
Mm-hmm. You've used your bonus action, mind you. You've used your action. The most you have now is movement.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to move up. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You will take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, go for it.
That is a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
So you're going to take 13 points of slashing damage. 22 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. I will
And I need
definitely
a Constitution saving throw.
use Stone's Endurance to reduce that by 11 points.
Okay, so 11 points of necrotic damage on that case.
And the Constitution saving throw. 22.
22. Again, you feel that sort of speed begin to sap, but the shining Timiel's Wrath radiance just shines through you and you break through it.
However, I am looking fucked.
Yes.
I am fucked.
Theo Godden at this point sees everybody spread around him, but turns and sees Dargon sort of making his way. He is going to turn to you, Dargon, and is going to just point a hand out. 4 beams of crackling energy are going to burst out towards you as he casts Eldritch Blast,
Yeah.
which will confirm a few things. So the first one
Confirmed as a prick.
is a 16 to hit, so the first one actually just bounces off your shield. The second one is a 17 to hit. 2 bounces off your shield. The third one was a natural 1. Fuck me. And the fourth one... there we go. We're 24 to hit.
Yeah, it's probably the one that's actually going to take me out.
You take 8 points of force damage. In the move that has pissed me off the most this evening.
Oh, shit me.
Fucking dice rolls, man.
Ooh, Jesus Christ, I was
So
lucky.
8 points of force damage as this just crackling purplish light beams towards you and strikes into, well, 4 of them do, 3 catching your shield, and the fourth one just sneaks around and strikes you in the chest. Let me just double check. So we've done that. Okay, over to Ander. So, before you move, I believe you can actually make this saving throw. Let me just double check on fear. So, fear... Oh no, if the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight to you, the creature can make a wisdom saving throw. So, dash, please. Safest route away.
Does he have to? Because he's hidden now, he can't see him.
When frightened, the
Fucking
creature
hell.
must make the dash action and move away from you by the safest available route on each of its turns, unless there is nowhere to move.
That is a fucking dangerous spell, that. God in heaven.
Is that your dash action, Danny, or is that just your running movement?
Oh, so I've got to do 60.
Jesus.
However,
Is that a
if you're just
wall?
trying to run away, you could get into that corner, you can't go any further.
That is true, actually. Because if I go down, that's actually getting closer, isn't it?
Getting closer. So you are now as far as away as you can physically get. I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Come on. Come on. No! Wait, it went from 19 to 8.
So you fail on the saving throw.
Oh, it's good knowing you guys.
And with that, with the party looking worse for wear, and as we start the new rounds, we are going to take a short break. Welcome back. So before we enter and continue on this rather perilous battle, just want to say a huge shout out and thank you to everyone watching, following along. If you are not already following us on Twitch or subscribed to us on YouTube, please drop us a follow and a subscribe. We would very much appreciate it. But with that, so just thank you to everyone who's watching again. We do love you all. We always
Thank you
love
so
all.
much for watching
Thank
this
you for
TPK.
keeping supporting us. It's not going to be TPK. Come on, guys. Anyway, let's get back into it with, I believe, a finished action or finished turn for Ander, as I do believe I missed off your bonus action, sir.
Yes, I was going to attack him one last time with the sword, so I will hopefully hit him with it this fucking time. With a 26
How
to
many
hit.
times do you get to attack with that?
This is the last one. I get four times before it
26
returns to me.
will hit.
With then... Oh shit. 5 piercing damage.
5 piercing damage.
So what happens now, because I've done it 4 times, try and return to me, but because I'm more than 30 feet away, it just flies up to 30 feet, then falls to the ground.
Can you control it if you're more than 30 feet away?
It just says I can use, while the sword hovers, I can use a bonus action to fly it up to 30 feet. Oh,
30
another
feet
spot within 30 feet of me. Yeah. So yeah, that it just drops to the floor and that attack didn't count. So add those 2 points back on or whatever it was. Thank you, Matt. You should know how it works. You give it to me.
Indeed, but you should also read your character sheets. So yeah, it also ceases to hover if you grasp it or move more than 30 feet away. So yeah, that should have ended a while ago, but I will let you have it. So it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and drops to the floor there. So I'm going to leave the token there just so you can see it. Bring the map up, and okay, we then start our 6th round of combat with Kirik.
Doopy-doopy-doo. Terrible lot I can do. I am, however, going to... Yeah, no, I have to do that. I'm going to move towards Dargon. 5, 10, 15. Can I place my hand on him and cast a 2nd level Cure Wounds? "13 points of healing."
Thank you.
And as my bonus action, I will attack the statue.
The statue?
The statue, the armored
knight.
individual. Yes. Sorry. 27 to hit.
27 will hit.
7 points of force damage.
7 points of force damage.
No, sorry.
Punches
I am not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because I can't, because that'll break stuff.
Okay.
I am then 5. I'll move there. 10, 15. So I'm there, so 5, 10, 15. I'll move there.
Okay. Good to know. The knight is then
Oh shit.
just points the sword out. Bolt flies towards Dargon.
Oh bollocks, guys.
That is a 14 to hit. Second bolt flies towards Kirik. That is a 27
Needs to roll a wisdom.
to hit.
Needs to roll a wisdom saving throw first.
29.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, hits. What's the damage?
That's fucking ridiculous.
So that is
What the fuck has a knight got plus like 10 or something on on a wisdom saving
that
throw?
is
That's crazy.
14 points of fire damage initially,
Mm-hmm.
and we will do the necrotic, but I don't think it's going to go past your HP max anyway, so that's 17 points of necrotic damage. As this hellfire bolt just... Carry on.
Kirik starts falling to the floor, yeah, but relentless endurance brings him back up.
So it hits Kirik square on and he falls, but again just catches himself and struggles to his feet one more time. As the knight's head turns towards you, Kirik, and in your mind you just hear... Die. Doggone.
I'll be old cap at the end of Endgame. No, I don't think I will.
All the endgame references tonight.
I I will... move 5, 10, 15 and use a bonus action. I'm just trying to see how many I'm allowed to use. I'm going to use Healing Light. The number of dice in the pool equals to 1 plus your whole... Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do 4d6. No, I'm going to do 2d6. So it's 9 points of healing to you, to Kirik.
Bless you, sir.
And then I will use as 5, so 20 to Theogodin. And I will attack him twice with Timiel's Wrath.
Go for it.
First one is a 31 to hit. The second one is a 25 to hit. Where were those
Go
before?
for it.
So that is... 23 points of slashing damage total for both hits.
23 points of slashing damage. As you stab in and pull out, Theogodin begins to bleed.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
Sorry,
that he has been for a little while.
Do you need that in separate rolls for any concentration check?
I will.
That was 9 points of damage for the second, and it was 6 plus 8, 14 points for the. So they're both under 10 anyway.
Fear spell's still up.
Fine, cool. That was bonus action. That's movement. I think I'm good.
Okay. Theogodin at this point is going to turn to you. Oh, well, I did ask. Clicks his fingers and you hear that
Oh, great.
bell sound, very similar from the one that Kirik uses. I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
This can only go well.
Here comes a 20, though. Here comes a 20.
So close to a natural 20. Instead, it was an 8.
You did.
Is that an 8
Yeah.
total?
8 total, because I have a wisdom modifier of fuck all.
You take 19 points of necrotic damage.
Oh dear. I fall to the
And
ground.
as that happens, this wave of energy strikes into Dargon, and you see his skin go from that sort of whitish colour to a very, very dull grey as his body just hits the ground. Theogodin just cocks his head. Well, that's one.
I'm going to make the saving throw now, boys. Don't you worry about it. Here we go.
Really hope so.
Yep, that will be Theogodin's go. And we move to Ander.
I can't move any further, so
Can't move any further.
Saving
throw,
throw.
please.
19.
Is there anything else on top of that?
Of course there isn't. I've got +0. You're taking a piss, aren't you?
God damn it.
Oh, it means you can only save with a natural 20. Fucking hell.
Well, that's a kick in the tits, isn't it?
It is indeed. Anders go done. Bonus action to do anything.
No, because I need line of sight for my other bonus actions.
Okay, Kirik.
Oh shit! I
Fuck.
can do that. Fuck.
Fuck.
We forgot to do that. I'm going to
Is it
move
power
over
word kill?
to move. I wish. I'm going to move over to Dargon, feeling kind of his, feeling his soul passing, and I'll visualize the line between life and death. Put my hand on his chest. I'll cast second level Cure Wounds again. Because he's unconscious, I don't roll. He just gains 21 hit points back.
Max
Nice.
HP back.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be nice for a round.
Dargon,
wouldn't
you
it?
find yourself lying back in a river, and you can feel the warmth of life next to you, but also you feel the cold, seeping death of you lying in this river. And then there is this warm whoosh of energy as you feel vitality hit you, and you're drawn back towards that warm life, and you breathe. You are prone, but you are back up.
I'm going to say, if you ever wanted to turn into a bear, now would be the time, and I'll then move back. I'll move there. And as my bonus action, I will harness Divine Power to gain a second level spell slot.
Boom.
That's my turn.
Okay. The knight, having seen that, and not overly happy, is going to step forward, and as it steps forward, just lifts from the floor, and it is going to fly 5,
Great.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 there.
Oh, shit.
Flies around, lands in front of you. Kirik is going to make 2 great sword attacks.
Shit.
First one is a 23 to hit.
Needs a wisdom saving throw first, though.
Needs a wisdom saving throw first. That is a 19. No, 15.
Fails. Wastes his
You
first
need to do that
attack.
for every attack, right? Yep. So
Yep.
second attack, wisdom saving throw, is a 17.
It meets my DC. So yeah, succeeds.
So it does work. So that one is then going to be... it may have met your DC, but it's a 14 to hit.
Fails.
Fails. So as it flies round, it sort of goes to swing, a bit confused, and then brings the sword back round its head, goes to swipe across, and at the last moment you just lift your shield up and smashes against it. You are fine.
Sanctuary coming in
now.
clutch.
Doggone.
Hearing what Kirik said, but unless he's misunderstood quite a lot, not going to do him much good, is going to yeah, we ruled it. I don't get any HP change when I change to a hybrid werebear, so I just don't see it's going to help me that much.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, otherwise, oh my god, it'd be amazing. So, I'm gonna have to do the same. First attack, booming blade. Stand up with half a movement.
Thank you.
Otherwise, disadvantage. So
Yeah.
that is a 27 to hit.
27 will hit.
So that is 11 points of slashing damage. And that
Slashing
is 6 points of thunder damage.
6 points of thunder damage.
22 to hit.
Will hit.
16 points of slashing damage.
16 points of slashing
Full damage on that one.
Nice.
Godwin is looking a bit piss poor at this point.
Good.
Down to roughly around maths, quarter of his hit points.
Good. Needs to make
Blood
concentration
continues
checks
to
as well.
pour out now. It does need to make concentration checks. So that was how much damage to the first one? Sorry.
Was it 11 plus... How much thunder damage? 11 plus 4? 15 total on that one.
15. Just.
Oh shit
No,
me.
because it's half that damage, isn't it?
It's half that damage, or so it'd be 10 on that one.
Yeah.
And the other one was then 16, so again, 10.
Succeed.
Okay. Yeah, that was my thing. It was a bit of a fuck it move on that one, but yeah, that'll do me. I'm just gonna stare him down. Not as easy as you thought, eh?
And he's looking at you, the red of his eyes matching the red of the blood that is dripping down the
If I hadn't done
wears
Booming Blade,
onto the
I'd
floor.
just turn into a hybrid bear just to fuck him up.
And almost in a phrase ripped directly out of a film, he looks at you. I'll admit you have some skill. And with that, the fear on Ander ends.
He's back in the game. Take me in,
As
coach.
a bonus action, Theo Godden, if I read that right, bamps up to here, places a hand on the sword.
Ah, you prick.
Fuck it.
Nothing happens. The gem on the hilt of the sword glows, and as his hand encloses around it, the sword itself begins to shrink, and he draws it out and holds it. And he's going to then, that it is bonus action to to cast that spell. He's then going to again use an action and cast Eldritch Blast towards you, Dargon.
Yeah.
So 4 beams coming at you. First one's a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
14 points of force damage.
Shit me.
Second one is a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
13 points of force damage.
As I go unconscious again.
2 beams shoot out. The third and fourth. Yeah, third and fourth are. No, they're not, because it's not quite line of sight. So yeah, the first 2 hit you, Dargon, and the third and fourth just begin to form and then just calls them back. You are down and out. That is Theo Godden's turn. Ander. No.
So
Yes,
I'm
sorry, Ander.
not frightened anymore.
You are not frightened anymore. Clearly more important things for Theo Godden to do.
I'm going to try it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try it. I'm too scared to try it, but I'm going to try it. I wish
He's really hurt. He's really hurt.
Is he? Okay. Oh, no, okay, then I don't wish. He is really hurt. I'm going to take me...
Do what you were going to do. Do whatever it's going to be. Whatever.
You step out,
Yeah, okay.
I wish.
I
Breathed
wish
in energy.
For an anti-magic dome, 100 foot high, 100 foot radius, centered on the throne.
Okay.
100 foot high, 100 foot what?
Well, basically a big dome, innit? Like what happens in the Simpsons movie.
Okay, cool.
But it is not the anti-magic spell. Because that's only a 10 foot radius, so it's different to that. I've
Do
just
you want
created some...
anti-magic field? Or you
Not
want a
that spell,
full
though.
fucking...
I want a big dome, basically over the whole map, where no magic can be used. Just let me know when I can drop the mic.
Let's see.
Make me a constitution saving throw, please.
Ah, you bastard! Oh, come on. Come on, D&D Beyond. Hook a brother up with a 10.
Oh,
Fuck.
shit.
You're the luckiest motherfucker in the world. This burst of energy just radiates out to you as you drop to a knee and you are heavily weakened. Bum. Where are we? You're going to take 8 points of necrotic damage as this blast just seeps through, and you can see it almost draws on your very soul to cast this as an anti-magic field just around you. All spells, if any are cast, end. Sanctuary on Kirik ends. Theogodon looks around. And
Does the dude disappear?
you are now... Your strength drops to 3.
It was already on -1. Fucking hell. Alright.
So your strength score itself drops to 3. And you feel drained. Just, you feel physically fucked. Your skin goes pale. You're dropped to one knee as the exertion of this spell just settles over the temple. All weapons that were magical are no longer magical.
Yep. Just the fucking dude disappeared. That's what I'm hoping for here.
No.
Bastard!
He's still
Is
there.
the sword stopped? What happens to the sword?
The gemstone that was glowing in Theogodon's hilt is no longer glowing. He just looks at the sword. He's pulled it out. The sword itself almost just looks like a dull black sword at this point. We continue. Kirik, it is your go. You can cast no spells.
I'm aware. I'm just checking something.
Let's remove all those things from my equipment list. I'm not getting them back now. See ya.
I'm just trying to work out what my AC is at the moment, so just give me a second.
Oh, yeah,
shit.
that's an interesting point as well. The purple
Let's think
shimmer
of
that was around Theo Godin is gone.
Damn right it is.
So, I was just about to ask a question, and I think I've just answered it in my own head. It's a very interesting question.
Any magical bonuses from anything you get. So
Currently aren't
everything
there.
is reduced down to now its most base form. So if you've got magical armor, that now any plus effects on that go to nothing, go to 0. Any of your magic weapons no longer have a plus down to magic. It will purely be your depending on which weapon attack you're making. So if it's a bow, it will be your dexterity bonus, d20 plus your dexterity modifier.
Plus
And your
proficiency if you're
bonus
proficient
if
with
you're
it, yeah.
proficient with. Yep. The same for your weapon attacks.
But the other question is, is there intrinsic magic in a health potion that means that it is dispelled momentarily by an anti-magic cone, or is that kind of
Potions
working?
will not work.
Okay, and of course,
This
bag
is
of
an
holdings will not
anti-magic.
work.
There's literally no magic. So your bags of holding are currently empty. It's just a normal bag at this point.
Yeah. What's the rest of your go then, Mr. Ander?
Well, that's pretty much it, really. Apart from, I will whistle a bird song to grant Kirik a 1d6 to choose however he pleases for the next 10 minutes.
And that also means spiritual weapon is gone.
Yep.
The rapier is
I've
just
done a
on the
factory
floor.
reset.
Quite literally. Okay. So, Bardic Inspiration still technically works because that is not a magical effect.
Does the individual in front of me seem to have been affected in any way by what just
The
happened?
sword itself, the flames that were burning have diminished. The flames that were burning inside its sort of armor reduced down, and you now see underneath it just this sort of reddish skin sliced in numerous places.
I don't want to risk it. So much as I can do, so
It's alright.
I will take out my warhammer and attempt to strike this creature with it.
Okay, roll to hit, please.
7, 6 even.
Does not hit.
Yeah. Has he stopped flying?
Oh yeah, he is on the floor.
I can't take the hit, but I'm gonna try. I'll move away. That's just not gonna go well. 5, 10, 15. Well, I'll attempt to get there.
That is a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh no.
So you will take 13 points of slashing damage and nothing else.
Kirik's down.
As you go to run. So we'll say you get to you get to about there before you're cut down.
Cool.
And there's just this spray of orc blood, and in some dark language you hear the knight speak as it steps over Kirik, lifts the blade and drives it down into Kirik's body. And then its head cocks. Its head flashes towards Theogodin, as it apparently tries to use some form of ability which it now can no longer do. You are, however, Kirik, going to take so 2 death saving throws.
17. Cool.
Gone.
Cool.
So it then draws the blade out, turns the blade towards Dargon, and nothing happens. Not a happy night. Dargon, your go. Timil's wrath has dimmed, dulled, and is now just steel sword. That connection you felt with her, gone.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I haven't
He's
updated.
down.
I haven't updated mine thing. Sorry.
Oh shit!
You're
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, I'm making death saving throws, my man. So, see what happens. Fail.
One death saving
I've
throw
made a
gone.
terrible mistake.
It was not the time.
Theogodin at this
thought
point,
that down.
seeing 2 of your allies
thought
down
that
on the
guy was gonna
ground
disappear.
bleeding, chuckles, looks at the knight, deal with them, turns to you, Under. He's going to step up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Cannot quite get within range of you in 6 seconds. Holds the blade. Well, at least I got my hands on it this time. You are a fool.
Yep.
Yes. Death this way would not be enough for you. Enjoy the blade. Enjoy it as it burns. Oh. And say hi to your father.
Oh,
He's
you've
then
done
going
it
to
there.
turn 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 as he uses the dash to get there and back. And he is on his way out.
You're fucking in.
As that happens, okay, and Ander, you'll go.
So my hunting bow, I'm not going to get the +3 advantage to its attack rolls now, but I still get a +8. So
You
that's
won't
still
get the
pretty good.
+3, but you'll still get your dex plus your proficiency.
Yeah.
So d20 plus dex and proficiency.
Yeah, +8. Yeah. So I will take Eunice's bonus action to use steady aim, so I get advantage on the attack roll as
Yes.
well.
You just pissed off now. Draw it back.
Yeah. And I got 150 foot range on this, so it doesn't matter how far away he is.
Yep.
Oh, 19 to hit.
Will hit. As this arrow just...
Come on.
With 15 piercing damage.
Holy moly.
15 piercing damage.
And come on.
Here comes sneak attack, Matt.
Come on.
Here comes sneak attack. Oh, they were cunty shit. Right, 14. Sneak attack. Do I still get to do the 1d4? Because I use sneak attack with a weapon, or is that a magical trait?
Yeah, no, that's part of the bow, not a magical trait.
3 more.
So how much sneak attack?
14.
Hang on, okay. Yeah, 14.
14 plus 3.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
32 altogether.
As somehow tries to reenact Kirik's dying coughs and throws.
As the arrow
Yeah, quite
hits,
so.
you see Theogodin sort of stumble, almost drops the sword, but stands and continues to sort of limp away.
Fucking hell, I bet he's fucking close. Fucking hell.
Good. It's not
Fucking
looking
hell.
good. That is your turn, is it not?
I can't move because I've used steady aim yet.
Kirik.
Yeah, it's also not looking good here.
Go, please.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is awful.
I rolled a 6.
Oh, fuck.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Kirik's breath just... And Kirik, you now find yourself laying on your back, cold around you, as you lay in this river. And you can just feel your body floating down the river. That'll be Kirik's go. The knight, sensing that Kirik himself is gone, turns.
Fuck.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, gets to Theogodin's side. That is all it is going to do. Dargon.
At the end of my turn, I forgot to shout, Bothred!
Yeah.
That's another failure. 8.
So that's 2 failures.
Yeah.
Okay. Theogodin is going to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. He's down to there.
That's my go again, isn't it?
What a cool map, Matt. I
Yeah.
just say, fucking cool.
A fitting resting place.
A fitting resting place.
Incarnate for you. So, unbeknownst to you all, a lone figure runs up the stairs.
Everyone's favourite bugbear?
You might have to zoom in on the actual browser to see that one, Dave.
I am.
Oh, it's all fucking...
Oh, it's, ethereal.
Yeah.
He's fucking useless in this.
That's what he uses in here,
Is
isn't
it-
he?
He's
Jesus
stepped
Christ.
forward.
is it my-
He's still useless, but he stepped forward. Ander, it is now your go.
So if I use my bonus action to dash, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Right? And I can
Yep.
attack him with my bow again. I'm not going to get all my sneak attack and stuff though, which is annoying. And I can't get bonus action.
I'm
Which is
assuming
annoying.
you've used your cunning action there to dash.
Aye.
Yes,
I have
so you can
indeed.
still use your bow.
Read that in the game log, motherfuckers!
Natural 20! Yes!
You get sneak attack on that, don't you? On a nat 20, you get sneak attack.
Do you?
No.
Do you?
I'm checking.
Let me read sneak attack. Once per turn, you can add 4d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack roll with a finesse or a ranged weapon. If you have advantage on the attack roll, you don't need advantage if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet. The enemy
Okay,
is
no, you don't.
incapacitated
Okay, never mind.
and you don't have disadvantage. So no, I don't.
Never mind.
Don't get my hopes up.
Didn't think you got it.
Yeah.
However,
There might be a subclass that does that.
Still a critical hit though, right?
it is a critical hit. Roll damage.
Well,
19 points of piercing damage.
The second arrow strikes into Theo Godin, coughs up blood, still staggering down the stairs.
Bastard.
I bet he's looking real
Eric
fucked
is
right now.
Dead. The Infernal Knight. I'm just going to fucking call him what he is. The Infernal Knight. And it's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to there.
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna fuck up Panda
Swing
now.
twice at you under. The first one is a 28 to hit.
Yeah.
Rolled really shit on the damage dice. That was 11 slashing damage.
Cool.
Second one is a 22.
Yeah.
And you're going to take 16 points
Uncanny dodge that one.
slashing damage. And can you dodge that one?
So 8.
Nice one.
I'm down to 15. Ah!
Better than some.
Alright.
Doggone.
Oh, sorry.
Death saving throw, please.
Oh, come on, Dave.
Come on, Dargon.
Rolled an 8.
Oh no. You've rolled 3 8s.
You two find yourself on your back, floating down a river. Cold, just seeping the life force away from you. As the golden glow of life from both you and Kirik diminishes. Kirik, you pass beneath a waterfall and drop before you land in this somewhat more settled pool. It's quieter here. There is still a gentle current that draws you along. Okay. Theo Godin is getting the fuck out of here. Dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
I'm glad I made it 100 feet, he's still not out of it.
55, 60. I think that's his for dash. 60 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. As we all know, Ethereal is now in the thing. Ethereal is going to, as he meets Theo Godin and sees him there,
Come on, then. Nat
What
20.
attack or something?
Nat 20.
Oh shit!
Who used D&D Beyond to do it.
Thank you, gods.
Oh my god!
What's he attacking with, though? Sure, there's like a melee attack.
His claws.
His claws
Oh, he's a lion, of course.
Jesus!
just runs up, seeing this figure. You just hear this roar and then this. As Theo Godin, I think with this,
You better be fucking dead.
Is dead.
Oh!
You just hear this slash.
So is everybody else.
Twing, ting, 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 ting. As a
Fucking
sword
finish him
drops.
off, Ander. Finish him off.
Theo Godin is dropped to the floor. With that, the knight himself twitches, looks around, grabs the sword tighter, pushes past you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. The knight is going to get to there.
Can you use your reaction,
Opportunity
Ander?
attack.
Yeah.
You can use an opportunity attack.
To fire an arrow at him as he fucks off. With another natural 20. Oh, thank you.
I love D&D Beyond's algorithm right now. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, roll that damage.
Wow.
16.
Holy moly.
16
Not bad
points of
at
piercing
all.
damage. As that strikes in, punches through the plate armor. This very orange coloured blood begins to pour out of the back of the knight. The knight is now bloodied. Cannot regenerate anymore.
Good.
That is
Oh!
a magical effect.
My turn now, yeah?
Okay. It is your go now.
Right.
No, sorry. Yes, it is your go.
Yeah. The Eladrin ran away. Then the Ethereal went. So I'm after the Eladrin in the initiative order.
Yeah.
Did we
Just
skip?
log on.
We skipped me if that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the
yeah.
win, didn't we?
We did skip you. Sorry.
That's all right. I got an opportunity attack. I'm happy with that. So, is he on the floor now, prone? The Eladrin.
From what you can see, looking down the steps, the Eladrin has fallen to his knees and slumped over to the side.
So if I was to shoot with my bow,
sword's just
would that be
dropped
a
on the floor.
disadvantage?
Don't you have
'Cause I'm,
sharpshooter or anything?
I've got steady aim to give me advantage, but all I'm thinking of is
Yeah,
do I
no.
run up to him and stab him with my sword or shoot him from here?
You don't have a sword.
Because I've got a... That is very true, actually. So
He dropped it.
from my vantage point, then, will I still be alright, or will it be a disadvantage?
I'll say for the sake of this, because Theogodin is currently lifeless, you can roll as if it's a normal attack.
So I will use steady aim then to get advantage on it. So then I can use my sneak attack damage as well. I just want to inflict as much damage as I can here.
Stop
With
it,
advantage.
it's
We'll
We'll do
already
this a different way
dead.
then.
If I get another natural 20 there, I just want to put something through his head.
With the
Right.
third in a row.
Well, this is going to be the thing now.
22 to hit.
Was it a natural 20?
No.
No.
Okay. Does count as a critical as this other arrow just feathers into Theogodin's
Oh, it
corpse.
counts as a critical. Oh, thank you for telling me that.
Does count as a
So
critical.
that is then 19 points of piercing damage. I just want to roll with the damage. Another 10 sneak damage. And then another 1 on the 1d4. So hopefully there's at least some grey matter splattered about now.
This arrow is actually punctured through the back of Theogodin's head, and there is just this blood beginning to seep out. Ethereal's going to step past 5,
Have you not got...
10,
Can you only fire once?
30, he can only fire
Yeah.
once. 35, 40, 45, 60. The knight's not even going to swing at Ethereal. So then the knight 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets to there, picks up Theo Godin. Picks up the corpse. And that is its go. And back round to you.
Shoot the knight.
I'm gonna. Yeah, clearly. So, I will use steady aim again so I can shoot the knight with advantage.
Go on, natural 20.
Mother. For a natural 20. I thank you, D&D.
What the fuck?
I tell you what, I'm so glad we got the game log because Matt would be not believing a word I'm saying. So,
Literally cannot believe this.
with a 21 piercing damage.
Oh my good god.
21 piercing damage.
Does your sneak attack count as critical as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Double
everything is
all
doubled,
dice.
including that extra 1d4. That is a 2d4 from the hunting bow as well.
I did do that last time. 31 sneak attack damage.
Holy shit.
And then another 7 on top of that. I didn't do that last time, I got a 20. I didn't do the double the sneak attack.
7. This orange blood is just glooping down the back of this plate armor, and as it lands on the floor, it's just sizzling on the floor.
And this
That
is
is
seeing
your
red
go.
right now.
Ethereal. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Ethereal gets to the top of the stairs, looks at you, and his eyes are wide and just in a roar. Get them! I will get them! And points towards your friends. Ethereal's pissed.
Yep, it's for the best.
I
I didn't kill
the
him.
knight
I thought I would have done it, If I'd have
No, the knight
doubled my
now
sneak attack
lifting
last time round,
Theogodin
he would have been
cannot
dead.
dash because he is carrying Theogodin. So I am just going to take Theogodin off the map for a minute. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets him to there. Cannot dash, but he's walking now with the
5, 10.
body of Theogodin draped in his arms, the sword just sheathed at its side, and your go.
I'm just going to rerun that again. Bonus, steady aim to get my advantage on the attack roll. And hope and pray. Oh, cock and balls. 17 to hit.
Does not hit this time, just clangs off the armour.
No! Fuck.
Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30 gets him to up there. The knight. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 gets him to, sorry, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 gets him to there.
Well, I'm going to have another bash,
down.
aren't I?
Just got to walk across the stairs, yeah.
I've got 150 foot range, so I don't need to move, so I can still use steady aim.
I'm pretty sure
come
you're
on.
fine with this. 150 foot, you're going to...
It's off the map.
Yeah, it's like
20
off the map.
24 to hit. 24 to hit.
Yeah?
With 13 piercing damage. Come on, sneak attack.
13 piercing damage.
18 sneak attack. I've got 2 sixes
Oh.
in that. Happy with that.
Dead.
And then my D4. Wow, fucking hell, it's a 1. Every little helps.
Another arrow just...
How do you want to do this?
And the rage is flowing through you at this point. You are pissed. You cannot feel the connection to the Dryad. Your friends are lying in pools of blood. You, seeing only one thing you can do now, end this. Just arrows. 3 now pepper the back of this creature.
It's
Ethereal.
got to look more than bloodied at this
25, 30. Oh yeah, it's definitely more than bloodied. Ethereal gets to there. The knight. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets to there with Theogodon's body.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell! I'm having
It's
another
your last
go.
shot.
Fucking finish it.
I'm having another go. Come on. No! Yes! Fucking hell, I see a one and shit myself. 27 to hit. I'm so glad I rolled advantage.
Oh, I've got a headache. Oh, I've got a headache.
I'm having
Oh,
palpitations, guys.
That's
Fucking-
the clip from the episode.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
it. Someone clip that. Oh my god, that was great.
10 piercing.
Oh my god.
A sneak attack of 14.
14.
Another D4 of
3.
3. As this arrow fires, you pierce it in the back of the knee, and its knee drops down. It is still up. Barely. Blood is pouring
Fucking hell.
everywhere at this point.
Fucking hell.
Ethereal runs up 5-10, checks Kirik, nothing. 15, 20, checks Dargon, nothing. There is a roar of no!
no CPR.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 gets him to there as he dashes around. Infernal Knight, I'm actually going to say that knocked him partially prone. He's going to have to use half his movement speed to stand up.
Thank you. I'll take
5, 10,
Just
15, still just within this anti-magic field.
Better fucking finish him.
no one ever.
that. Same
He's gonna
again.
start healing.
Steady
He's gonna
aim.
start healing after he
If I-
leaves.
Advantage on the attack roll. Read the game.
What the fuck is that? What the actual fuck?
Another natural 20. I've got an erection.
There is a moment, Ander, as you pull back on this bow, and you think in your mind, this is for them and my father. The arrow flies. I'm not even going to ask you to roll for it. How do you want to do this?
Oh, I want it to go through his back, and the tip will go all the way through. It's a through and through, and then the tip of it will go into the Eladrin again. Just to rub some salt in the
So
wound.
as he carries the Eladrin and stands up and makes a couple of feet forward, the shield, the anti-magic field, you can just see that shimmering effect in front, steps forward, and this arrow flying as true as it has ever flown just punches through plates, flesh, muscle, bone, plates, and into the heart of the Eladrin on the other side.
Coolest thing I've ever done in my life.
As this knight just drops.
You just did 50 points
We
of
are-
damage.
We are out of combat.
I rolled the sneak attack damage just to see how bad it was going to be. I just wanted to. Oh, mate.
The rage in you begins to subside, and you begin to shake. A shock
I'm
takes
sweating.
over. You turn to see Ethereal looking at you. We must get them out now. I can do nothing for them in here. Grab the orc. I will grab the Goliath.
And as I'm dragging Kirik out, with a lump in my throat, I'll be like, I'm sorry, I thought it would work. As I'm pulling him out. Obviously, talking about my wish, which didn't go to plan.
Kirik lifeless at this
Kinda
point.
did.
Dargon lifeless. The two of you drag the bodies outside of this anti-magic field.
I do believe if you're dragging, you will be outside the time of Revivify. Take you more than a minute to get down there, boys.
So it's good that I made it 100 foot, bad that I made it 100 foot. Still, hands down, the best episode ever.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you on that.
Even though everyone's fucking dead.
Not everyone. You can still kill Ethereal. Just shoot him now.
The venom.
I didn't mean it that way. I don't blame you.
As you drag them outside, Ethereal looks. He falls to his knees. I was not prepared for this.
None of us were.
We have to get them out. We will leave them here. Get your allies. They are on their way. From here, they should be able to get us all out.
So we're outside of the dome now, are we?
You are now outside of the temple. Ethereal and yourself have laid Ander and Kirik next to each other. Dargon and Kirik next to each other. Collected their weapons. You have also collected your rapier in the time.
Thank you.
As
Can I,
Ethereal
before I
drags
get the others,
Dargon down and lays him down, he places his arms crossed over the chest with the sword in between, sort of clasped there.
can I just doubly check that the Eladrin is dead?
You walk over to the Eladrin's body just on the inside of this anti-magic field thing that you've created. Make me a medicine check, please. With advantage.
That's still not great. 8.
It's not very difficult to figure this out. You place your hands where a pulse. We expect to find a pulse. Nothing. The armour that once held this infernal knight, where it gleamed black, is now dull and lifeless, almost like the dullest of gunmetal. Just very dim. There's no shine to it whatsoever. Its sword, nothing in it. The sword that the Eladrin had pulled lay discarded on the stairs. Now down to the size that could be wielded by a normal humanoid, medium-sized humanoid.
Do I
Also
still
dull,
have
lifeless, as it was before.
a disadvantage? Is my strength score back up to normal?
Nope.
No.
That took
Okay.
all your effort to bring
Okay.
him down the stairs.
Because I was going to pick up that sword and chop his head off with it. Because I'm spiteful. But I probably wouldn't be able to.
Not currently, no.
Okay.
Your strength score is 3. You could barely at this point lift it. You
Yeah.
sheerly out of adrenaline and shock managed to get Kirik down to where you are. And now you see your 2 closest friends lifeless. Dead. On the floor next to you.
I'll do what Ethereal asks.
And as the Leonin Ethereal turn is just there, and he's saying something to you, but in the shock now, the silence that follows battle, as the adrenaline, the endorphins, everything leaves your body and you feel drained, the emotions begin to hit you, the realization begins to hit you.
So I don't actually know what he said then about going to get the others to do.
You heard that, but then as everything else continues, you're looking now down at these two lifeless bodies, one of which you have travelled for a long time with. To be fair, both of which now you've travelled for a long time with. One whom saved you.
So I will just, I suppose, kneel at the head of them both, and although I feel your death is on my hands, hopefully you rest in peace knowing vengeance has been taken for you and for my father. And we are one step closer to our goal. And I'll put 2 pennies on each, 2 coppers on each of their eyes, because I don't know if they can be saved.
Kirik and Dargon. You hear this muffled language, these muffled words of Ander, and you recognise them, even though you feel somewhat at peace, and you feel heaviness on your eyes, and as you both reach up you find 2 coins as you continue to float down the river. This gentle flowing precinct now of death. And you continue beyond the waterfall, and you can see around you the creatures of death, other figures of the dead. As I just refer to my notes. Because I'd written all of these precincts down. Bear with me. So you're now in a grey twilight. You cannot see more than what would be a few steps ahead, but you are laid in this gentle current of the river. And the current itself draws you around these sinkholes, as if it were. And you begin to approach what looks like another gate, maybe, as a wave draws towards you. And another sinkhole, probably 300 paces across. You begin to approach towards it, and you can see almost like water going down a drain, just the spiralling of the water of this river. As you fall down, you begin to go down, the wave drawing you forward. At this point, Ethereal turns to you and lifts you up. Hard slap across your face. Get your allies! There is still time.
So I'll run as fast as I can.
So you begin to run, and you run and run and run. Perhaps 20 minutes before you then find Bothrid, Grellan, the villagers. Bothrid looks at you. Under, slow, we are. Where are the others?
There's no time to explain, just everyone just follow me, and I'll start to run back.
Bothrid at this point turns knowingly to Grellan, roars, and begins to run, following after you. And again, that's sort of 20 minutes back at this point. As Ethereal is just sort of, at this point, has created a circle around the bodies. Begin to draw runes in the earth using his staff. Bothrid reaches the edge of the circle, looks down, falls to his knees, and looks down upon the bodies of Dargon and Kirik. He looks at you, Ander.
No. No. No, no, no. Not like this.
I can't actually make eye contact with him at the minute.
Grelin places a hand on Bothrid's shoulder and lifts him, just pushes him in towards the circle as he gathers the villagers in and looks towards Ethereal. Now. Ethereal pulls out his book and begins to recite a series of words, and within the centre of this circle a light forms, a single blue glowing light that expands outside of the circle and grows and grows and grows. All this is slow motion as you, Ander and Bothrid, just look down at your fallen allies. Bright flash of light. Kirik, Dargon, having gone down this giant sinkhole, you're now within this precinct of mist. The light itself still twilight-esque. You can't see very far. But just flowing down this whirlpool now. And that wave begins to draw towards you. Almost like the surf upon a gravelled beach. And you hear shrieks around you as those creatures seeking to crawl out of death are drawn back and you are taken along the wave. And you reach another waterfall. And you are flowed, and you flow down the waterfall into the 4th precinct. The light flashes around you, Ander, Bothrid, the villagers. You find yourself in the Wizard's Tower of the Maltmaster's Keep. The distiller sits in a chair as 1, 2, 3, the villagers just pile out, and as they begin to pile out of this teleportation circle, she just quickly throws a door open and they all run down the stairs so they don't fill this room. Grelin steps out, Thunder the warhorse, with the body of Vraco draped across, steps into a corner of the room, and as they all walk out, left in the centre are Ander, Bothrid, cradling the bodies of Kirik and Dargon. And we will leave it there for this week.
You bastard.
So, an enemy defeated, but at what cost? And a poignant episode. A very good episode, I think you'll all agree. Please join us on Wednesday for more Magic and More. There's certainly going to be a horrendous amount to unpack out of that fight. Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. More for the role play that's happened at the end there than the actual fight, if I'm honest. But still, a huge thank you to all the tools we've used. I know it seems empty at this point with the emotions that are flowing, but thank you to Owlbear Rodeo, thank you to Incarnate, to D&D Beyond, to Hero Forge, Tabletop Audio. Always a huge shout out to Battle Bards. I have to say, the music tonight, especially at the end there, was perfect and perfectly on point. So well done, Mr. Wizard. You've done a fantastic job there. Yeah, so check us out on social media. Please follow if you aren't already following us. Please subscribe on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. We really appreciate the support. We have been the Malt and Magic crew. This has been another episode of the Forgotten Kingdom of Nylin. There will be more next week. Please do come join us. We will see you then.